Okay, we are here with Griselbrand. Probably better, actually, definitely better than Valgavoth. However, it's still a very similar list. It's almost one to one, but there are some changes. Valgavoth is actually in the deck. So, it's a giant demon, 8 mana, 7/7, flying lifelink, pay 7, draw 7. It's very strong, very, very, very strong. It's just a matter of getting it into play. The benefit of this over Valgavoth is it sort of does something immediately where this kind of like didn't do that, right? That's pretty cool. The ward was basically always being able to be paid for, so it's not like this is any more or less immune than this is anyways. Same with Atraxa, really, right? It's like Atraxa, except it isn't the green version of it. So probably not as good as Atraxa, right? But we're not here to figure that out. I have phylactery liches in here because I'm curious how efficient this is at stopping my face from getting pummeled early, and it survives board wipes. All you have to do is put the counter on any of your artifacts. Now, if the artifact blows up, you obviously lose this, but that's not super, super common. You don't like to get 2 for 1, but at least, this card wasn't that crazy sitting in play anyways, right? It's like, oh, I got 2 for 1. Yeah, but one of them was like a 5/5 with like not really much text on it. You're actually probably more upset that the artifact blew up than you lost this. The Nazguls still seem to be really good for me, so I'm just gonna keep on trucking with the Nazgul package. I'm satisfied with it. I really like what it does. And a bunch of mana, just like Valgavoth, a bunch of mana. Also, Creation of Avacyn, because we have Valgavoth in the deck. It is funny to just put it into play off of Dark Ritual. What is that? Would it be turn 3? I don't know. Dark Ritual Creation of Avacyn seems pretty funny to me. You do sort of lose 9 life and then most likely not get anything out of it because then this dies. But you know what? That's pretty cool. I haven't done that yet, so we're gonna try. Gristlebrand likes drawing cards, so we have Davriel and Shieldred to, I'm Davriel, but if it was my opponent's rolling it, maybe it'd be better. But, the idea is to get the gain 2, draw 2. Or, excuse me, the gain 2 life when you draw cards, period. So, we'll see how often that happens. Other than that, it's pretty similar. I don't think I had Cabal Stronghold in the Valgavoth version of this, but it's here now, so there's that. I took out... I had, one of the cards that... It's that artifact, a semblance anvil or something. It just didn't seem like it made any sense here, so... There are definitely a bunch of changes over Valgavoth's version, but... Yep, that's it. That's all I've got. You've seen it before. Or you haven't. Who knows? Don't tell me. Kind of disagree with that, but alright. Mia Bella, hello. Don't try to sell me anything. Alright, here comes the 1-drop. Surely? Maybe? Yeah. Okay, Plunder's Prize. Sure. Okay. I'm already basically losing the game, so... I guess I'm going to... May you sell me something? Maybe. Maybe you can. You can get away with it. I did not anticipate Griselbrand being tier 1. Actually, it's weird to me that it is, honestly. I'm sitting here thinking it's worse than Valgavoth, and here it is. Or, not worse than Valgavoth, but not much better. Alright, well, a mana seems to be the ideal outcome for me, so mana it shall be. I would love a second mana dork here. Okay. Alright, they ran all into this on 2. I have Final Parting Reanimate Valgavoth. That is a lot of mana dorks, my friend. Lol. This costs 5. My opponent, I don't think, has anything at all to do right now, which is funny. Wow. Okay, yeah, if I keep the board clear, I can just completely stomp on Kinnan. I never feel bad about a... Well, it wasn't really mana screwed. It had infinite mana dorks. It really had it, but... Yeah, get wrecked. Okay. Yeah, that was a neat one. That was a neat one. Alright, we're up against Brain Dead Ragavan. Demon. And then Worn Power Stone. And I think dash costs 4? I'm actually not sure how much dash costs here. Yeah, but yeah. Correct. Okay, so play this. And then play Tapland. Nazi Boy. And, yep. I'm gonna rely on Final Parting Reanimate. Just reanimate something good. Alright, get wrecked. Bro, I don't know what's going on right now, but I feel like I have not been playing things as powerful as what my opponents are doing. I'm just set up so prepared for whatever is going on. Like, to be fair, I did have to read a good mulligan hand, but, like... Finally made it to a stream? That you did. That you did. Oh, we have Spell Pierce. I can't... Am I upset? I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe. What? Speaking of bots. What? No, they didn't subscribe. They just followed. They didn't subscribe. They don't subscribe. Click. And... I mean, yeah, my opponent just gave me mana, so I'm going to use it. Do we even want Phyrexian Tower? I feel like I actually don't want Phyrexian Tower. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Literally one more land, and I can just play Gristlebrand, which is completely insane. But my opponent could have answers. However, it does draw cards, so who knows. Maybe my mold of 5 was actually correct. And we'll see. It seems like Gristlebrand is not even bracket 3 at all. It's literally just mono bracket 4, which is worse than Atraxa, which, again, makes no sense. Alright. Did I win? I will not draw another 7. Let's get rid of that. Maybe if it dies. Excuse me, maybe if it dies I will. I don't know. Oh, there's one of the most powerful cards in your deck. Congratulations. Can't wait for this to scam me. It's going to be so fun. If I untap, I might draw 7 again. Who knows? I'm not even sure if I should trade damage. Probably. Because Nadu has a chance of being too big to block anyways. Actually, quite high chance, so... Doesn't seem realistic to me. Alright, my opponent has literally the best cards in their entire deck in their opener. Yeah, there's a chance I have to just find a board wipe. Opponent, there's literally no attack. Let's move on from this here. Meat Hook Massacre was a phenomenal, amazing, Giga tier top deck. Though I guess I was about to draw a ton of cards, so maybe it was just always rather likely to have done that. So, yep, Gristlebrand lives. Can I do it for 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. Wow. Get wrecked. Wow. Okay. I've just gone through the entire tier 1 wheelhouse and have not lost yet. Hot Flames. That's a rather appropriate name for Braids, actually. I like it. Okay, removal's interesting. Nothing really bad about this hand, maybe? Palladium Mirror is not exciting, though. Could be... maybe almost prefer it to be a land, honestly. Braids is cool. Gasty Boy, sure. I'm not going to play Palladium Mirror. I don't want it to die. So I actually do like a land here. Because it's Braids. Right? Artifact, creature, enchantment, planeswalker. Okay. So... I'm going to just pass the turn and see what happens. I'm not going to deal with Braids here. I'd rather my opponent do something weird. Alright, that's fine. They didn't even have to sacrifice that, or cast a removal spell. They could have just not done that. Do I play Davriel, and if so, why? And if so, why not? Alright. 4, 5. Davriel. Buddy. So we're going to perpetually give the underdog -3/-3, so it can literally never come back. And that might be valuable. That might be valuable. They just can never have access to that card again. I kind of like the idea of that, so... Gix. Uh-oh. I would have preferred to have Toxic Deluged later, but it looks like I might have to do it now. Do I do it now? Maybe Gristlebrand is broken, and I should stop overthinking. Maybe just casting Gristlebrand is good enough. We'll see. Cavalier, short. Let's pay some life, draw some cards. I can't draw again, I will die. This is a good 7, though. I think this is still a good 7. The problem with Cavalier is it reanimates something when it dies, and that thing it reanimates probably just kills me. Unfortunately. Wait, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. I can Virtue whatever they cast. I can Virtue here. And you know I will. And I'm gonna leave up the Consuming Corruption. Because it's a good idea. We both have a Virtue of Pestilence, or Persistence, excuse me, which is kind of funny. Alright, Dark Confidant, sure. Not really many answers to this enchantment from a mono black deck, so... Alright. I'm not sure what I'm looking to have happen to me here. That is... Huh, what do I do about that, actually? That's a problem, I think. That is a problem. So, Cavalier, just to have a 4/5 lifelinker? Not really good options here. Not really good options. Ritual of Soot. It looks like I chose the best card ever to reanimate. They draw 3 cards off of Liliana, which is not very great for me. And I don't think I want to go down to 2 with Griselbrand. I might just cast it and not do anything. Can I even go down to 2? Is that even the right thing to do here? I don't think it is. I'm not sure. Okay. Sure. Let's put that here. And I suppose there's no reason to draw now, but I might have to draw because, I mean, my hand isn't doing anything, so I guess I have to draw anyways. But they have the answer to Griselbrand, obviously. I don't think I can go to 2 here. I can reanimate Griselbrand with Virtue. So, maybe that's what I do? Send it. Send it. My opponent took a card I can't cast. Don't really know why. I don't know if a key can get me out of this here. What does Regrowth do? What does Regrowth do? Picks up Consuming Corruption, which I probably have to do. So, guess that's the plan. Because I otherwise basically die guaranteed. So, basically die guaranteed. There's a lot of Planeswalkers here is the problem. What is that? Goat Bear with the resub. 2 months. Look at that. Thank you, thank you. It says bees. Bees indeed. Bees nuts. So, recast Griselbrand and just not activate it? They can kill it. I can go to 4. I don't know how safe that is. But my hand isn't very good, so maybe I have to go to 4. And I might just keep Griselbrand in the graveyard this turn cycle, because just hard casting it is not going to be in the works, so we'll just leave it in the graveyard. We'll leave it in the graveyard. It would be ideal to finally get a creature untapped and, like, actually get to attack my opponent instead of just getting hosed by all these... Okay, I forgot that had Menace. I forgot that had Menace. I forgot. Okay. So, sweep the board, reanimate not really anything, or portal to Phyrexia, get rid of 3 creatures, and then still have a problem with the last one? That's not true. Maybe this is still safe. I think just casting this is safe enough. Yeah, the Planeswalker value is just too much. That's too much. I can't do anything. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Too much value. Too much value, I think. Of course, they gain life. If they didn't gain that life there, maybe the meat hook would have pulled through, but it just doesn't seem terribly likely here. Alright, I'm just dead then. Okay, they did not see lethal. They did not see lethal. They had lethal. They didn't see it. I'm not casting Feed the Swarm. They did not see lethal, I guess. Maybe they still have it. Maybe they still have it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Braids is not it. Okay, so sure. Dark Ritual is kind of funny. So Cavalier isn't really doing anything, I don't think. But honestly, neither is Gristlebrand after I cast a sweeper, which I think I have to cast a sweeper. I have to cast a sweeper here. So let's just get things that give me mana. I'll just take mana options because there's nothing else to do. My opponent gets to untap with a bunch of planeswalkers, but okay, of all the planeswalkers to kill, I think the best one to kill is Dreadhorde, so I'll do that first. This is a crazy, crazy, crazy game. Land, swamp. Davriel. This would be a crazy game to win. I found the song, by the way. So when they hit me with combat damage, I risk dying. Okay. I can make a Derevi deck at some point. I can see that as just being an option to have. I don't think I've done it before, so. Okay, I don't believe. I think Toxic Deluge is a good card in this spot, so. Yes! Yes! Get wrecked! Yes! Probably just get Temple Garden, right? Yeah, you just get Temple Garden. Okay! No on the play green drop. Look at that. We can play Magic. Mana Drain, Counterspell. Fun. Interesting. I will remove that so I don't lose to Neoform? I guess? Did my opponent draw a Pact of Negation or something? Of all the cards in my hand, I would prefer this one to get through, so I'll play this one. What is going on right now? Oh, Flare of Denial! Whoa! I've never seen anyone cast that before. That was a Flare of Denial. That is what that was. Alright, cool. So I'll play this, because I don't really care if they counter it, and I don't see how they don't count. Wow, they didn't counter it. Okay, I'm a little confused. It was your first mistake playing it like EDH? Yeah. It seems to be Wizards' recurring mistake when it comes to what needs to be banned or balanced or assessed. Surely you counter the Nazgul, right? If they counter Nazgul as tier 1, aww, dang it. I was gonna say, if they spent Counterspell on a Nazgul, we must then assume that it's a bracket 4 card, right? Alright. So, this always costs 4, and I can't stop Neoform. So I'm not sure what to do now. I don't know what to do. Force out Counterspell so they can't cast their commander this turn? Makes sense to me. Oh, okay. That is not what happens. Oh, right. They can do both. They can do both. Okay. Alright, we're shields down. I don't know what the Neoform combo is, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume I am dead. Derevi seems pretty cool. Derevi seems alright. Well, the last time I've seen it. I assume you Neoform Derevi. That would be what I would assume is going to happen, but I don't know. Okay, we Neoform this for, what is it, a 4? They get a 4? Okay. Toski is not in any way, shape, or form what I expected. Thought I was just dead. Okay. Cabal Stronghold. That's a really good hit. Alright, I will not pay another 7. Just sit here with a full hand, get rid of that. That was a really good draw. Gristlebrand indeed. Gristlebrand indeed. Uh-oh. What's this? Short? Hey, free Gristlebrand life. Thank you very much. Yeah. Alright. Never upset with that. So, let's make an attempt on... Oh, wait, no, I can't, because both of these just come back. Or this is indestructible. Yeah, alright. Their board is just not... Deal with the bulbul. Deal with the bulbul. Alright. Opponent didn't have anything last turn, so it's up to their top decks. That's not gonna cut it. I've become Nazgul's #1 fan? I know, I really have. I really have. You know what, let's just get a land in play. I like this. We have Cabal Stronghold. Oh, hey, look! I just win. Now I can just do anything. Yeah, unless they have a counterspell, I do just win here, right? Yeah. Alright, now I can just draw infinite. I didn't draw a swamp. How did I not draw a swamp? Tragic. My opponent really wants me to show lethal, so I guess we'll oblige. Let's play... Bunch of mana? I don't know what my opponent could possibly do to make me regret my life choices right now. But they have not conceded, so... I commend you. I commend ye. I shall play an infinite amount of mana. Mana, 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 mana. Give me all the mana. Yes, mana. Alright, well, if they have River's Rebuke, I guess I feel kind of bad about everything, but you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it, opponent. You're going to need it. But I suppose they did, in fact, get another turn. I don't even know if River's Rebuke is actually enough here. I don't think it is, actually. Okay, that does it. Destroy all other permanents. Okay, so we'll just draw 7. And I think I'll keep it here. I could draw another 7, look for Valgavoth. I also gain life when I do this. I have Reanimate in hand. There's a lot of merit in that. Oh, there's also Nazguls to draw. Yeah, we'll just keep drawing. That's fine. Also, this doesn't stop Gristlebrand from existing, so... Oh, yes it does. Yes it does. Yes it does. Yes it does. Alright. I'd be impressed if my opponent won this, but I mean, you know, it's why you don't concede, so you can get out of situations like that. I will take this action. Opponent's got their work cut out for him. I am at 61, but I mean, you can win this. It's certainly possible. Oh hey, look, Meat Hook. Okay, so Stronghold, Meat Hook for 2. Suppose I'll lead with Thoughtseize. Get Meat. Wait, where are you? Where are you? Meat Hook Massacre for 2. Wait a minute. Am I being dumb right now? Is there a reason I shouldn't just cast... No, we can do it later. We can do it later. I am currently interested in getting rid of the board. And setting up a bunch of mana. Okay. Keep 7. So, Toxic Deluge, Reanimate. I maybe Necropotence. Okay. This is a phenomenal pair of chunk of cards here. Again, their commander essentially has Flash. I just don't envision this being good enough here. They cannot recast it if I cast Toxic Deluge. So... let's go tutor, or actually, you know what? Let's fire up the beatdown plan here. Let's fire up the beatdown. Play this and then play the other Nazgul. Sure. I'm just holding Reanimate so I can get my Shieldred back. Oh, excuse me, so I can play Valgavoth at some point. I think they actually have to tap the Nazgul now. I don't think they can afford to tap the lands. I already have a ton of mana. Maybe it's just futile. Nope, opponent disagrees. To me, it seems futile, but alright. I can get behind it. Well, if that's the case, I'll just lead with an attack. Probably get rid of Necropotence. I can also just get rid of that, actually. First ever Kami record? No, I don't know. I don't know how true that is. Okay, I'm gonna make my opponent have to have a insane top deck, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. I don't even have to... I forgot I already have Reanimate. I can actually tutor a relevant card. Alright, Valgi boy. Your turn. My opponent is really still in this. That's kind of crazy. Max Punish? Accidentally top decked a creature? Max Punish? Ah, tragic. 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 Still in it. Still drawn. Alright, looks like we're finally done. Alright, yeah, we're finally done. Honestly, I suppose you can see how maybe my opponent had a way to come out of that. It's just really, really, really unlikely. Gamba, we'll do Bits Gamble. How likely is it Grenzo hits Valgavoth? Do we want to do a Bits Gamble? How likely is it that this hits Valgavoth, my one and only giant threat? I'd take that, Gamba. Ripples. Interesting. Oh, wait, nope. Can't play that. Rocket science. Brony Ultimate Sweatlord. Oh, that's not funny. Just take the Power Stone. Go on. Oh, wow. They took the Nazgul. No way. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, my friend. You can't stand playing at high stacks? Use my friend. My brother in heaven. Wait. Who else said... Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I misread something earlier. Alright. Your point is now valid. I will not confirm your feelings. I'm not going to concede. This music's got me in a good mood. I'm not conceding to Grenzo. I like Grenzo, actually. I like Grenzo as a strategy. I think it's pretty cool. Stone Rain. So I'm seeing a lot more Stone Rains lately, which, you know, is kind of cool. Kind of cool. Alright. Davriel deal? High roll, please, for once in your life. My opponent's hand is really, really, really bad. That's pretty cool. I have a turn 2 Phyrexian Arena, which, again, maybe not the brightest Dark Ritual, but I don't care. I'm sending it. I should capitalize while my opponent stumbles. Wish we're on Arena? Certainly Rampant Growth is one of them. I would like to see Rampant Growth. I don't really know what else. I'd have to think more about it. Maybe no like, hard ran commander staples. I think that would be kind of lame. I feel like that would be a little bit lame. Yeah, I'd have to think of a lot more about that. Yeah, Soul Ring is a commander staple and broken, so I don't expect that one, but there's some cards that could show up and be fine. I just wouldn't want to see any, like, crazy busted cards, and I don't think they... But the problem is they added Mana Drain, like, kind of way later, which to me is, like, completely insane. So I guess anything goes at that point? Honestly, like, anything ever just sort of goes after you are willing to put that in the game, so I really don't know. Holy lands. Oh my goodness, the lands, please. Okay. Alright, Gristlebrand, your turn. Your turn to do things with stuff involving gaining 400 trillion life. So far I am not satisfied with the hits I have hit, so I can probably go down to like 10 cards in deck. Okay. I'm looking for reanimate. Removal's not that exciting. I am really looking for reanimate. Do I already have it? No, okay. Still don't have it. Reanimate bottom 30. Still don't have it. Okay. This game obviously isn't going to last 20 turns, so I'm going to... Now it's getting hard to find it. Alright, I did find it. I can go to discard. So, one... Okay. Combat Calligrapher? I don't know what that is. Maybe it was right to draw my opponent's turn, so I didn't go to discard, but I don't believe that's super relevant. I don't think that... I still kind of locked myself out of a lot of cards, but I suppose going to my opponent's turn would just mean I can go a turn without discarding. Okay. Sure. Alright, I guess I'm just losing to all this. Well, this is a deck with a bunch of ramp spells, so that's a little unfortunate. I got quite unlucky there. Now they can tap Gristlebrand before attacks, unfortunately. But maybe they don't on accident or something? I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Sure. Wow, they triggered the Shieldred there. They triggered the Shieldred. That was huge. That was huge. Alright. I'm gonna go to attacks. Or at least attempt to go to attacks. See what happens. They have a reach creature, so maybe there's merit in letting it just happen. But no, they're willing to kill it. They're willing to tap it down with the... Okay, wait. They didn't. Hold control. Swing. Hold control. Hold. Hold. Yeah. Oh, they had the answer. Oh, they had the answer and they just didn't use it. Oh. Oh, cool. It's Phlage. I like Phlage. I don't know why the front load of my games were tier 1 and then it stopped being tier 1. I don't know what's up with that. Monka Sus. Alright, no Ragavan. Wait, this hand is terrible. Okay, that's fine. Not the best chunk of cards I've seen, so... I gotta stop tapping this. You've probably been hearing me tap this the whole time. Whoops. Alright. I'm still trying to find that song. That is a lava coil, by the way. I haven't seen a lava coil since the last time I've seen one. I like the idea of getting a ramp spell. Maybe I can wait. See, the problem is I don't want my opponent to... You know, that's fine. Send it. Impress me, opponent. With your Reprieve or Minotithe? Oh, okay. That does stop the Nazgul, which is kind of funny. That actually stops the Nazgul. Though I guess the Nazgul wasn't doing much anyways. Alright. now I have to deal with Phlage, huh? Yeah, alright. Tragic. Oh, so this was actually just one of the best cards they could have had. Never mind. Yeah, I've already had my daily allotted complaints about bronies, so I can't make any more today. Unfortunately. Okay. Man, if this tapped for colored mana... What do I do? 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 Okay, leave up the miserable removal spell that I'd rather not do that with, but I don't think I have a choice here. I'm not gonna kill it. That literally does nothing, because you don't have... Yep, alright, get wrecked. Let's play... this? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I think because this is so strong later, I have to take a turn off to do it. I don't think it makes sense to just hold up a 2-mana removal spell the whole time, just to not get hit by a sword. Sword of Feast and Famine? Is that the... black-green one? So, Shieldred, Tutor... Shieldred's alright. Let's just run out Shieldred. Opponent probably has to do something about it. So the Doorkeeper stops Phlage from Lightning Helixing when it enters? Which is kind of funny. Opponent top decked... Oh no, they kept this on top, but it doesn't work. Alright, this Doorkeeper Thrall just annihilated my own opponent. They literally just basically killed themselves. That's hilarious. Okay. I'll just take it then. Opponent finds the best land in their deck. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? So Phlage has haste now, which actually is still not good enough to beat... Oh wait, I just win. I just win. I just win. Right. Yeah. That Doorkeeper Thrall, I'm gonna have to say that wasn't a good idea. Opponent, I don't think you, yeah. Huh. Okay, so this is not amazing, but I did bully Tier 1. Okay, we're gonna call him Bracket 4. I did bully some Bracket 4 commanders in the start of the stream, and then near the end I for some reason stopped playing, or it seemed like I stopped playing against Bracket 4 decks. I don't know why, because I was beating them. But once I started to go down lower and started bumping into different things, I started to struggle severely. Now, that's just situational, right? That I don't believe that's... I didn't play enough games to gather like a huge pool of evidence to say where Griselbrand belongs. However, I don't believe it's a Tier 1 commander, even though I did beat like Ragavan and Nadu and Kinnan. I still don't think it's a Bracket 4 commander. The only reason it's up there is because it's banned in EDH, and Wizards is like, oh, it's banned there, it must be broken here. That's definitely not true. Atraxa has just a superior deck and does basically the same thing Gristlebrand does, while having a lower bracket. So if you want to play Gristlebrand, I just recommend putting Atraxa in the command zone instead. It also costs 1 less mana and is way easier to cast because you're green and you can obviously ramp much more efficiently. Although I never really struggled with the amount of ramp I had here, which is really cool. Portal to Phyrexia is alright. Like, the other big things I'm doing are decent. Valgavoth with Final Parting Reanimate is funny, but I don't know if it's the best option. I just wanted to do it because I didn't really ever get a chance to, I've never really played this card that much, and I really like this card. It just, eh. If Gristlebrand wasn't in the command zone, I would just replace Valgavoth and Gristlebrand for the Final Parting Reanimate combo there, but, just wanted to see what would happen. The Nazguls still, time and time again, really impress me. I really do like the Nazguls. They're just so very solid to me. Drawing 7 on my own turn was a mistake a few times. I should be drawing on my opponent's turn, so I don't go to discard until later for a multitude of reasons. One of those being if your opponent casts a discard spell or anything that makes you discard, you would prefer to, have 40 cards in your hand if you drew 40 cards instead of discarding. That just seems like a good idea. And yeah, I would say it's probably better than Valgavoth in the command zone. However, my initial idea of comparing it to Valgavoth was incorrect. I should have been comparing it to Atraxa, and it is worse than Atraxa, unfortunately. It is certainly worse than Atraxa. Still pretty fun. I do like it. It is just unfortunate that they deem it to be Bracket 4, and it just isn't. If you play a lot of Bracket 4, right, if you're in the quote-unquote hell queue, I don't like calling it that, some people have fun up there, right, some games are interesting up there. They are a lot faster, though. I kind of like slower, longer games that I get to, play my commander maybe sometimes instead of just ending on turn 4, but some people are into that, and that's totally fine. But if you're a fan of the top tier bracket 4, and you want to, I'm surprised. You have to tell me in the comments below if you see Griselbrand in bracket 4 a lot when you play your Kinnan or you play your Sithis or Ragavan or Nadu or whatever. Is Rusko? Is Griselbrand something you see a lot in the opponent's command zone? Because I never see it when I'm in bracket 4. I never see this in the command zone. I don't understand why it's in bracket 4. Maybe it's one of those Geist to Saint Traft commanders where Geist of Saint Traft is like maybe too strong for anything bracket 3 down, but is too weak in bracket 4. So when you play it and you're up against bracket 4 decks, you just lose instantly. So it's in like the purgatory queue where it just like is pseudo unplayable. This is not the case all the way with Griselbrand. It's not all the way. I did get to actually play some games, and not every opponent I was playing against was bracket 4, at least in my opinion. Again, it's hard to gauge where things rest. It is unfortunate this system exists, however, I do think it probably has to, so you're not playing against highly oppressive things when you're playing weaker things. It's just a human being is behind the scale, weighing every single card, and human beings are inherently flawed creatures. No one has all the answers, so it gets wonky sometimes, and boy, did we go to Willy Wonka's factory with this deck. We were doing some wonky stuff. We had some wonky opponents. It was weird. It was sometimes like the best decks, and then sometimes it wasn't. I don't know. Some people say MMR matters, and if my MMR was high at the start of the day, I can see that, because when I play off stream, I play the 80% win rate deck and win a lot, and then when I go over to this, it's like, oh, you won all day yesterday, let's play this in bracket 4, and then I lose, go back into mid bracket or something. I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard to tell. But it's still a fun commander. I enjoy it. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy some of the games where it didn't matter and wasn't part of the game, right? You should have your expected outcome with the Griselbrand in your command zone, that it is in fact not relevant in a fair amount of games because it costs 8 mana. And sometimes when you play it, you can't actually spend the life because you don't have enough at that point, or your opponent goes to kill it, you draw 7. That's pretty solid, I guess. It goes back to the command zone. That's not the worst thing. But for the most part, it's okay to expect a fairly in 30% of your games to not involve Griselbrand, and that's probably all right. But if you are trapped in Hell Q with your Gristlebrand deck, I would just recommend replacing Gristlebrand with something like Liliana of the Veil. So you're mono black, but have a very relevant command zone target to hit every game, especially with Dark Ritual. Especially with Dark Ritual. With Dark Ritual, I actually want to play Nashi in the command zone and just see how many times people scoop to a turn 1 Nashi. It's better than Ragavan if you get it in turn 1, right? But I don't know. So it's still fun. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.